All right, hey guys, Jerry from Showtime Audio. So just wanted to show you the update on Tom's 2025 Maverick. We're doing a full front stage audio upgrade. So active front components, 2 amplifiers, a 4-channel and a monoblock, 2 10s, a DSP, sound treatment, the works. Just wanted to show you a little bit of the progress. So check out the front doors. We actually did stage 3 on the front doors. So we did outside of the inner skin, inside of the outer skin, and inside of the door panel, right? But just wanted to show you the difference. It's pretty impressive. So this is with the sound treatment done. This is an untreated door because there's no speakers in the rear of this car. They've gone to these goofy 4-inch speakers like they do in the Bronco and a lot of the vehicles in the rear. But this is the rear. I mean, that is just mind-blowing. There is absolutely no deadener in the doors. I'm assuming they got to cut costs, they got to save weight, and apparently this is where they're doing it. But it is a huge, huge difference. I don't know if you can hear that, but the door actually thuds. So when you shut the front door, you get this thud. When you shut the rear door, you get like a clank. All right, and that's it. The door panel isn't even installed yet, right? So once the door panel is installed, it'll actually sound even better. But as you can see, we've treated the majority of the flat spots, right? So we want to focus on anything that's flat because anything that's flat doesn't have a lot of structure. Anything that has a curve, a radius, a rib, something like that, that gives it strength. So there's no need to focus as much on those areas as anything that's a large flat span. We've talked about this before. If you've ever seen the old cartoon of the hacksaw and it makes that weird goofy noise. That was horrible. But anyway, that's the same thing that the sheet metal is doing when you're going down the road or when the music is playing. It's doing the large flat spans are making that wobbling noise, for lack of a better term. So as always, I mean, Hondo's handiwork is ridiculous. This is an ABS panel that he made, and it's super intricate. There's a ton of bracketry and stuff that goes here. So in order to make this work, he had to account for all those brackets, pick up some of the stock mounting points so we don't make any holes. And then if you can see, check out all the wiring. I mean, it is literally gorgeous. It's all braided, it's all heat shrunk, everything is terminated. I mean, it just literally looks like it came with the car. You would flip the seat down or whatever and be like, well, you know, short of you knowing obviously that it's aftermarket gear, it looks as factory as possible. So one of the challenges is this is a 6.5-inch K2. So it is a pretty deep, hefty mid-bass driver, but you can run a ton of power through it. They sound amazing. He has these in his other truck. He has a Lightning that we did, if you saw the video on that, and he just loves the Focal K2 stuff. So we always run Focal K2 for him. We run tons of power, so that's an HD 604, so active, so it's 2 channels to the mid-bass, 2 channels to the tweeters. Probably overkill, but it's better to be overpowered than underpowered. We also have a DSP, so we'll be able to control that power. The nice thing about having a DSP is that you're able to control tons of power and really push the speakers to their limits. And then again, the level of detail, right? So Hondo built a bracket and it picks up the stock mounting point, and now you mount both circuit breakers. So one of them is for your monoblock, one of them is for your 4-channel. Again, everything is braided, everything is heat shrunk to denote that it's a power wire. And same thing, these are both combined into one terminal, and then he bends the terminal so that the cover will still go back on like stock. Rather than putting a giant notch and the wire sticking straight out, now it's bent, follows all the original wiring, and literally looks as if it came with the vehicle. All right, so just want to show you. So this is the ACM, basically the radio, audio control module is what it's called. So in essence, that's like a single DIN radio, and this is the display, the controller. But this is the actual radio for the vehicle. So the radio has 4 speaker wires. There's a set that goes to the tweeters and the doors, and another set that go to the 4-inch in the back. So we use this T-harness, and the T-harness allows us to plug in and feed our DSP. Now, if you look, here's our DSP right here. So it's a DSP Mini, and basically the T-harness feeds our input, and then our output goes straight to the amplifier. Now the tweeters are run active, so we ran lines from the amplifier directly to the tweeters, because in the normal configuration, they're tied to the mid-bass driver, but we're running active. So 2 channels to each tweeter and a channel to each mid. So these are K2s, so K2 power. So basically they're meant to take a ton of juice. And vocals are amazing, but when you put some power to them, they really come alive. I mean, you want it loud, you want to enjoy the music, you want to really feel it. Power is the name of the game. In this case, we're running an HD 604, so in essence 150 watts by 4. Again, a ton of power. It definitely helps bring the system alive and really make it like impressive.
Visit our website at showtimeaudiochicago.com.